Danganronpa.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Very... What? It's not magnum opus. There's no P. Magnop. What? How omnibus? I can't. To unlock of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. The Lord's work is done. I'm kidding. That's the time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. Making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take you with him.
Hey, do you blame him?
Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which leaves... Oh my goodness. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit powers to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. So I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining room. Again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However...
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. During our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. You should just see it as us splitting up for more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better go. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors to the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny of the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Fukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we found out who killed Fukuro Ikusaba, then we'll also know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster's room, the file lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms, where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the garden, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. This is the chat. Okay. Alright. Gates open. Finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Means I have to do it. Whoa! This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. In here. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom. Just a big pile of rubble. I guess there's not much left. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
Atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Yoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? I'll regret. That's not the button I wanted to push. I did want to investigate this. Huh? There's this strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap there. There's a gap here. But not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Can you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So easy. I'm not sure you can pull out a trick. I saw a program on this PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it must... Guys! Ha! All we know is it is possibly made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from it. We can't really go from there. Right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all this paperwork and all the files on the PC. Everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this, there. You can imagine a student using something like this. It must be masters. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whew. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still had some search results left on. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
Not much. Nothing we can't already know. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. Oh. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best you can do as a complete kitty failure. But any information about any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get on our hands on.
Correct.
Let's see, that's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, there's no way I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to do. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you think if I try it, Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure.
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. This desk is on the computer, but it must belong to the headmaster. There we go. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Nicole, don't be. I already know what your guess is. I already know your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kitty Kitty. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, as I finished typing it in. What? It did it! Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Why? Kyoko? While looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. Really? Kyoko? Hey, Kyoko. May as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Present? Wrapped covered with such joy. That's what makes someone. Oh, never mind. The brightly colored box seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, you can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Why? Do you think it's dangerous? I'm surprised. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something I'm happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
You're saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by step, I approached the box, took a deep breath, and took hold of the lid. Ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed that it was inside. What was inside? Human bones? Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. It's just I had a feeling it would have been him. That's pretty much the same thing! A dead guy in a box! My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box, those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she'd been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information, that's the only possibility. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It is possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Aldrich said the headmaster was probably here at school. The only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words,
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never took it. She never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't knowing it was something a true kitty detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. This time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and Headmaster.
Woo! Yeah.
The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in your way of the investigations. I don't. Okay, then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer, This is... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says "in case of emergency." I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably
It
right.
would seem...
Might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. It's really okay. Headmaster's E-Handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Dakota. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. I know it's only inconvenience. Oh, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. Just to calm down a little.
Just a second.
To get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before that the relationship you had with your dad, how you're only connected by blood and not by heart and soul, but maybe that picture motivated him? Maybe he hoped to see me again someday? Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who's finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that's the same person. So that same person may very well be the headmaster who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the headmaster's true identity is... Oh my goodness. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the skilling game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to have taken a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the dining hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be.